Hello, my awesome and amazing Scorpios. It's Mel with Blue Scorpion Tarot here to bring you another general collective reading. Messages from your specific person. What is it that they wish to say to you? We're going to find out. Calling upon the trusted ancestors of my Scorpio viewers and subscribers to bring in the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth through the power of the numbers. And so it is. Power of number 7, number 4, and the number 5. Okay, so going to the number 16. Some of you Scorpios could be 41, 45, 46, 47, 51, 54, 56, 57, 61, 64, 65, and or possibly 67 years of age. You could have been born in 1951, 1954, 1956, 1957, 1961, 1964, 1965, 1967, 1971, 1974, 1975, 1976, possibly 2001, 2004, or maybe even 2005. You could be dealing with a Leo or a Cancerian born in the month of June. Others of you might be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus born in the month of April. You could also be dealing with a Taurus or a Gemini born in the month of May. Another group of you could be dealing with a Gemini or a Cancer born in the month of June. Others of you may be dealing with an Aquarius or a Capricorn born in the month of January. Strong Aquarius energy coming back in again through the number 17, more Capricorn energy through the number 15. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius energy coming in through the number 14. And with the number 16, could be dealing with an Aries or possibly a Scorpio. If you have been in no contact, if this has been breadcrumb communication between you and this specific person, again, how may they be thinking and or feeling about you, whether or not they're dealing with a third party? Trusted ancestors of my Scorpio viewers and subscribers, what is the overall general collective message, please? From Scorpio's person unto them, show me what's up. Got the 8 of Wands. Rapid fire communication coming in from out of the blue. You could be dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This person may live at a distance from you, so wherever you're at, Scorpio, they're going to come to travel to see you. However, this could be an impending, text message, phone call, DM, email, Snapchat, Instagram message, whatever. Okay. I feel like they're here to speak their truth. They want the pace to pick up between the two of you. So it could be, I'm seeing like the vision of wedding bells right now. They may want to elope with you. Let's see how this is going to go. What is this fast movement or rapid fire communication coming in from Scorpio's specific person? What is this? What is it? They want to work things out. 3 of Pentacles, you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Okay, great. They want to work things out with you. But how? It's almost like, okay, well, what are you going to do differently here? What are you going to do differently? What is Scorpio's person going to do differently? Okay, they're coming and emerging out of hermit mode. You could be dealing with a Virgo or a Libra born in the month of September. They had to go through that dark night of the soul. They had to really examine their life. They had to examine their past, their current moment, and where they want their future to go. So they're going to be emerging out of this silent movement and emerging and coming in fast. But I'm asking spirits, like, what are they going to do differently, or how are they going to make this work out? So we have a Knight of Coins. This is about the long haul, the long term. It's about investment into this relationship all over again. But I still want to see, like, what is their motivation here? Why all of a sudden the turnaround? Interesting. Okay, so I got a 10 of Swords here. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Technically seeing the 10 of Swords in the reverse right now. So in their mind, nothing has ended between the two of you. Even though they went off and they did what they want, for some reason, I'm feeling like they've always had it planned that they were going to return back. Like, really? But whatever karmic situation that they were dealing with, that's coming to a closeout of a cycle here. Is it a wake-up call? You know? Is it truly a wake-up call? Have they truly realized their past mistakes? Have they truly realized their past mistakes? The Sun card in reverse. Okay, they didn't want to get exposed. Their true self, their true identity, they didn't want to expose themselves because they felt like you were going to put a judgment call on them. And then when their actions and their behaviors were going in the opposite direction, and they thought grass was greener on the other side, and realizing that they didn't exactly get the happily ever after with whoever, whatever they were dealing with, then it feels to me, because I've got Leo energy coming in through the Sun card. So there's this form of illumination. Have they truly realized their past mistakes? I would say yes, also too, because of the Knight of Pentacles, them wanting to invest in the connection. They definitely want to ask you out. 9 of Cups, you are still their wish fulfillment. What else are they going to do to prove to Scorpio, please, that they want to be with them? What else? Forward movement, moving in together. We got a 6 of Swords. Could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. What is this forward movement, though? Why is this person being so mysterious? They had to rebuild themselves. They had to get their finances in gear for some of them. But they're in this place of power, like their sense of personal power now. Before they were weak. You thought that you might have gotten the full package with this person, Scorpio, a while ago. But you know what? When you were starting to see the patterns and behaviors with them going really weird, okay, they really weren't in their higher self. They weren't in their true power. They were not on solid ground. So how are they going to prove to Scorpio they're on solid ground? How are they going to prove? They might tell you of their experiences and everything that they went through. 10 of Wands. I think they're also hoping that you're going to be willing to hear them out, or to listen to their story, to listen to what they went through. And hopefully not making any judgment on them. I feel like this person really wants your forgiveness, Scorpio. Also, too, it kind of feels the old adage of the player got played, because I have the Knight of Wands here. It's technically coming up in the reverse of my hands. So they're also going to prove to you consistency. Before, in the past, they were inconsistent. This also could have been a friends with benefits situation that was also going on at that time. How else are they going to show the consistency? Their higher self. Got the Hierophant here. Could be dealing with the Taurus or Gemini born in the month of May. They're going to be focusing in on higher level of commitment. They're going to tell you straight up. I feel like they're going to tell you that they want to marry you or they have intentions. Clarifying the Hierophant. Yeah, they have intentions for this change, or they want to prove to you that they have changed, or that they turned their life around, or maybe they turned their life around to God, you know, whatever the case may be. Or their spirituality is now finally coming through, having a deeper understanding of who they are as a person. So again, them walking away, they walked away from you before in the past. They left your cup high and dry. But there's a third party situation that's coming to a close out of a cycle. Or now they feel like the true exposure, the karmic was exposed and they had to move on. Or they're in preparation to do so. I never expected to fall in love with you so quickly. You might not have felt love at first sight with them, but they fell in love with you right away. It's almost like when your eyes locked with one another. Something's needing to let the energy go. We need to let each other go. They told you that before in the past. In some cases. But it's also about them going back to the Eight of Cups, them leaving this third party. They know that they needed to leave this third party a long time ago. They procrastinated, they delayed. It was because they were afraid of the wrath of what this karmic was going to do. I'm hearing gab, gossip, slander your person's name. They're afraid that you're never going to want to see them again. I never want to see you again. You hurt me. So, you know, there could have also been in the past a heated argument between the two of you. However, which way it rolled. But they're fearful. They're hoping that you're just going to listen to them, hear them out. I hope the future will bring us together. Yeah. This is what they're focused on. They're focused on the future with you. Focused on the future. Yep. Here we go. This isn't over between us. I'm coming back for you. Why do they think this is not over? Why do they think this is not over? Because they already know that they were going to return back to you. Isn't that crazy? Like, why? Kind of makes me think, like, why the hell would they put themselves through that if they knew that they were going to return back to you all along? That is so bizarre. Almost feels narcissistic in a way. Have they always, trusted ancestors, have they always had intentions to return back to Scorpio? They needed to wait to get out of the confusion, delusional energy. See, we got a 7 of Cups that's coming up in the reverse of my hand. So this is them cutting out choices, options, or their choices and options have run dry, but they were so overwhelmed. Listen, this person was not by any means in their higher self. They were not in that higher level of spirituality for their morals, ethics, and values to come to the surface. Very much ego-driven before in the past. But again, did they have intentions to come back to Scorpio all along? I just heard a car honk in the background. Confirmation. Page of Cups. They know that they owe you an apology. Wow. How are they going to give Scorpio this apology? They might try a few times over to grab your attention after disappointment. Why did this person put themselves through this? If they already knew they were going to return back to Scorpio, why did they even put themselves through this? Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Why did they put themselves in this situation? Hoping that you would wait for them. Spirit saying they didn't have answers. They didn't have answers at that time. Because obviously they weren't putting in a lot of effort. They might have in some cases, but trying to go the long haul, the long distance, they were not. They weren't putting in the effort. But somewhere deep down inside of them, they just felt like, I'm going to have to return back to Scorpio. It's so weird. I've never had a reading like this before. And mind you, this may not be for every single one of your specific partners, but were they hoping that Scorpio was going to wait for them? I think so, because they've got a lot of guilt, remorse, and regret. So when they come forward, they're going to have a lot of heaviness. So it's like guilty as charged. They knew that they were going to return back to you. And hoping that you would wait. Yeah, but now they're going to prove to you that they're going to step up to the plate. King of Wands. Their attraction for you, Scorpio, they never faded away from them. Like, you made such an impact on this person's life. They just were not ready for you. So they put themselves through all of these karmic situations. Like, were they playing the victim? They don't even have the right to play the victim. I'll tell you that right now. They were juggling. Spirit's just saying flat out, listen, they were juggling. They were juggling their whole entire life. It just wasn't you and someone else. It was them and their family, them and their friends, them and their job. Juggle, juggle, juggle. Like, get your life in order here. But they want this reset. The Fool, Aries energy. Aries rules over the headspace. So having mental clarity. What else is motivating them to come back to Scorpio, please? What else is motivating them? Split, the separation. They could feel the energy. They could feel the pulling apart because we got the Three of Swords here. But there's also an ending to a karmic third-party situation, which also is going to prompt them. Are they truly going to fully express to Scorpio all of the truth of everything that happened, why they did what they did? Are they truly going to express the whole entire truth? Yes. Thank you, trusted ancestor. Thank you. I was sincerely hoping that this card was going to come up. Ace of Swords. They will express the whole entire truth, why they did what they did. And obviously why they want to return. Got a Three of Cups on the bottom of the deck to celebrate, reunite, come into union. Your person, it appears, Scorpio, in some cases, they have had some interesting life's experiences. But are they going to explain themselves wholeheartedly? Yes, they will. Because listen, all that's really ever left in any situation, no matter what it is the truth. And so it is. My awesome and amazing Scorpios, stick around as the saga continues between you and your specific person. And in the meantime, if you love this content, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And until next time, take care.